What is a promise in JavaScript? Promises offer a structured way to handle asynchronous operations, such as fetching data from an API, reading a file, or performing any task that takes time to complete, without blocking the main thread of execution. A promise can exist in one of three states. 1. Pending state. This is the initial state when the asynchronous operation has not yet completed. 2. Fulfilled, or resolved, state. The operation completed successfully, and the promise now holds a resulting value. 3. Rejected state. The operation failed, and the promise holds a reason for the failure, an error. How promises work. When you create a promise, you pass an executor function to its constructor. This executor function takes two arguments, resolve and reject. Resolve with value parameter. This function is called when the asynchronous operation successfully completes. It changes the promise's state to fulfilled and passes the value as the result. Reject with error parameter. This function is called when the asynchronous operation encounters an error. It changes the promise's state to rejected and passes the error as the reason for failure. Consuming promises. You use the then and catch methods to consume the result of a promise. Then method with onFulfilled and onRejected. This method allows you to attach callback functions to handle the promise's eventual fulfillment or rejection. OnFulfilled function. A function that executes if the promise is fulfilled, receiving the resolved value as an argument. OnRejected function. An optional function that executes if the promise is rejected, receiving the rejection reason, error, as an argument. Catch method with onRejected. This is a shorthand for then method with null, onRejected parameter and is commonly used to handle errors specifically. In this example, we create a JavaScript promise named fetchData to simulate fetching data asynchronously. Inside, a 2-second timeout represents an API call. If the operation is successful, the promise resolves with a success message. If it fails, it rejects with an error message. We then use then to handle the success case and catch to handle any errors. After 2 seconds, the result is logged to the console. This demonstrates how promises help manage asynchronous operations in a clean and predictable way. Please like, subscribe and share for more content.